Hello there, how are we? I'm hoping you can hear me and my voice is not too bad. I had a flu jab last week and it hit me bad. But I'm okay. I am okay. But I lost my voice for a few days and I had no energy. But crafting got done, so I thought I'd pop on and see how you were and let you know what I've been up to. I said last week I had a flu jab. On the way to the flu jab was a fun one. I was walking up the road because the doctor's not too far from mine. A lovely moment with the squirrel, and if I remember I put a picture in of the squirrel I took a picture of. It's one of those moments we stopped, we looked at each other for about 20-30 seconds. I slowly got my phone out, took a picture and off he went. I assume it was a he. But lovely moment. So I wrote a list to see so I wouldn't forget something, and I will forget something always will. I suppose I'll go in the order that I've got it and tick it off. I might remember things, but squirrels and flu jab was number 2, not number 1. Came back from the flu jab. Day after, I was texting with my daughter. I was saying, "Oh, that's really hit me." She said, "That's why I won't have it. It really makes me ill, Mum." And I said, "I might skip it next time then." She said, "Oh, no, don't do that. You're 58 and you don't want to be skipping it." I'm not 58. I'm offended. And don't get me wrong, I've got no problem with being 58 at all. And I'm one of these people that wake up, and when I wake up in the morning, I'm thankful I woke up because I very nearly wasn't here. Long story, I won't go into it. But I've got no idea why she thought I was 58. I think it's all the grey hair, and if it's the grey hair, it's her fault. I'm all grey, so we'll leave it at that. And then another moment made me feel really old. I was driving home from shopping with Luke the other day, and he mentioned that Back to the Future was showing in cinemas when it was the 40th anniversary. I said, "Yeah." He said, "I bet you remember, we ought to go, I bet you remember it in the big screen the first time round." I said, "No, I never saw it on the big screen. We had to wait until it came out on videotape and the video man would drive round and we'd hire it from there." So anyway, we went on Sunday to watch it, and it suddenly occurred to me that 1985 was not 20 years ago. It was not even 30 years ago. It was 40. Wow. I'm still reeling on that one. 40 years ago. Sorry, I'm still trying to get my morning caffeine going, and we're at 20 to 2 almost. I might have to do this in 2 parts. I'm trying to do this while the house is quiet. Christmas is coming. Yay! I so want to fill the house with lights and sparkle and colour. At the moment, we're in the middle of decluttering a lot. It's been my mission for the past couple of weeks to get all the junk out the house, to go through the bits I've got. Is it useful? Is it not useful? Can somebody else use it? Can we get it out the house in some way without just throwing it out? So we're excited for that. We've done some shopping, and we are really not happy with the decorations in the shops, either because of the price or how yeah, I don't know, they all look very samey. They're not my vibe. So I'm going to try and get as many homemade as I can. So I'm going to take you along on that journey when I start on that. Of course, it won't all be knitting and crochet. There will be some random things in there, but this is me. Talking about Christmas decorations, I missed the start of the Arne and Carlos stocking along. It started a bit earlier than I thought it would. I've decided not to stress over that. I might pick up and save the pattern and pick it up later, but not now. So what have I been up to? quite a few evenings sat at home. Well, obviously I'm at home in the evenings on my own watching. Oh, we got a bit of fluff. Got a bit of fluff. And I've kept myself busy. Do you remember I was using this yarn and I made the What's in the Name Julie Doily? Well, I also made this hot pad, pot holder, cloth. You can use it for anything. It's double-sided. And I can't remember. I followed a tutorial to make one of these last year or the year before, and I have done them before. And you basically start with a chain and you go round and round and round, so you end up with a rectangle. And then they get to a stage you fold them in to make a square. Well, one of these, they're very handy for putting hot things on, getting things out of the oven or the microwave, or even wiping things down. So I made one of those. I still have this much of the cotton left. And that was a Yarn Smith's Cotton Wonder in the shade Bright Rainbow. And those are the stats. Then I got into this I made a while back, but I didn't seam it up and I put it away. Pardon me. I put it away because I was giving it to a friend for her birthday. Her birthday's long gone and I forgot to take it round last week with the other bits I got her. So I thought I'd show you before I take it, because I'm not very good at wrapping things up either. I will just put them in a pretty bag and hand them over. But this is called the Twitterpation Cowl. And it's... do you call it ripple? It's not feather and fan, is it? It's sort of... but it's a ripple and it's done in crochet. And I've done it with this yarn, which is Yarn Smith's Lagoon DK. I don't know what colour it is, but it's shade J2J050, and it is 100 grams DK, 100% premium acrylic, 340 metres or 372 yards. I'll link the pattern for this down below. It is a free pattern, however, my only concerns, or there's a seam at the back, my only bugbear about this pattern was when I downloaded it and put it in my files and saved it, it didn't have a picture of the finished make or any pictures on the pattern. So I had to go back and look it up to see what I'd saved, because I've saved so many. But it's done in one bit and then seamed up. I'm pretty sure I could do this in the round. No, it's not a very massive cowl. It's one to keep close. But it's also big enough, but not quite too big, that you could wear it as a headband as well. I'd put it on, but I'd make a mess. So that was one thing I made, and those are my only two finished objects. Let me move that orange. I've got no idea where I've got an orange. It's been one of them days. Hang on. Yes, I took a picture. I just showed you the thing. You don't need to see the picture, but that's a picture on the Twitterpation pattern. Then I started on, now and again I like to have a pair of socks on the go, just something to pick up and do a few small rounds. I feel like I've achieved something on the days when my brain's not working. Just simple vanilla socks. And I went into Lidl the other week, and they had sock yarn, but in DK weight, which is not something I've seen in there before. So I looked up a pattern on Ravelry for DK weight vanilla socks by Kay Litton, and I'm doing them in this. You get 2 75-gram balls without a band, in the big band, which of course I haven't got here because that would be too organised, and it's only 48 stitches for the size I'm doing, so they're working up really fast, and that's just what I'm doing when I haven't got anything else to hand. And I'm using these. You get a set of 3, they're like DPNs, but they've got a bend, so you can bend them out the way, and it took me a bit to get used to these. I've got several pairs, and up until this point I couldn't get used to them. Another thing is I've been used to doing magic loops, so I would knit, and whereas with magic loop I'd drop the bit I'd got, turn it round and pick it back up. With these I get to the end and I drop it and I'm picking them up off the floor. I'm remembering to hold on now. But I am impressed with how it's working up on these. And with DK socks, they're working up really fast. So that's what else I've been doing. Also, I'm not ticking this off, and I'm not doing very well. I've done that. Oh, oranges was to remind me I'm drying oranges later for I have a vision of an orange Christmas wreath, maybe a bit of cinnamon, I'm not sure. If we've got some I'll use it, if we haven't I won't. And to get some evergreen bits to make a wreath for Christmas. BMW. Oh, sorry, I wrote that down earlier. Luke said to me the other day that another name for BMW was a Beamer. I didn't know this. So I asked him this morning, what does BMW stand for? And he said, Beamer something. But it doesn't stand for the Bavarian motor. Something I've forgotten. Just ignore me. I'm having one of those days. Bavarian Motorworks, not Beamer. Beamer comes from the motorbikes. Anyway, sorry, I wrote a list and I just literally put bullet points down and my brain's gone in 3 different directions and I'm forgetting what things were for. The other thing, I wasn't going to start a new cast on, but I had some of this yarn left and I've got another ball of this, and it works up so lovely. It's so pretty with the marling and the colours. It's so soft. And I was watching Jeanette over at Crafty Clugs Creations, and she was mentioning she was doing a mystery shawl, an easy mystery shawl called by Joji. It's called One Love Easy Mystery Shawl. So I looked it up and decided I'd have a go. It's supposed to be in fingering weight, but I've got this double knit and decided to do it in that. I'm only about halfway through Clue 1. I'm a few weeks behind, but that's what I've been doing. I got to the point the other night where I needed to find some stitch markers to put in, and I found one. I found a second one the day after, and the way my brain works, I haven't put them together, so I haven't carried on. But that's what I'll be doing tonight. So that's pretty much all I've been up to. What has everybody else been up to? Are you okay? Have you had your flu jabs? Have you survived your flu jabs? Let me know. What are you doing for Christmas? Are you making gifts? Are you making decorations? Are you doing anything special? We're quite at home again this year. This is what we do. We don't go out and do mad things. We're at home. We have a small family celebrations and smaller ones with other people either side of the day. But for now, I'm going to say take care, look after yourselves. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know what you're up to, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.